Peace to the God's reflection. Listen, so today I uncover or discover something very, very interesting, right? So, like the Most High Chief Babaji teaches us, technology is nature. Every piece of technology that you see in your environment, from computers, laptops, phones, microwaves, all of that is based and predicated upon nature. It is an extension of nature. Even the human being, we are extensions of nature. We are made from nature. We are nature, which is God. So when it comes to human beings, the Most High Chi Babaji teaches us that, or teaches us about the gender roles of the woman and the man, and what the role of a woman is. Well, we know that a woman is the XX chromosome, right? She is in her form. She is the complete being in her form. She is, in a woman, her role and her duty is to cultivate, nurture, and reproduce the mind of the man that she sees fit, worthy enough for her to reproduce with through her womb. Now, like she teaches us, her womb is her mind. The womb is not a place where you think of pregnancy. The womb is the consciousness, the womb of consciousness, where life or where thoughts are generated at. So when we say that a woman is there to reproduce the mind of a man she found worthy, well, every being or everything a part of a man is his mind. His seminal fluid, which is his sperm, is his mind. Women are like incubators. They're like cloners, like she teaches. A woman takes what you give her and she clones and reproduces and make more of what you give her. So if you give a woman your sperm and you give her your seed, what she does is that she takes and she incubates that seed to cultivate a body inside of her womb, and she reproduces that man in human form. So I found that very interesting because a woman is very synonymous to a Xerox copy machine. And if you see the word Xerox, it's spelled Xerox. At the beginning and at the end of that word is X and X. The woman is the XX chromosome. She is a cloner, like Chief teaches us. She is a reproduction organism or a reproduction machine to reproduce the mind or the information that she is giving. Just like the Xerox copy machine, right? The Xerox copy machine receives any information that you take, that you give it. It takes the piece of paper that you put inside of it. It takes the blueprint of it, and then makes another copy or clones another copy or reproduces another copy of that form or information that you have given it. And I found it interesting because that's what the role of the woman is. The role of the woman is to reproduce and to clone the information or the mind that you give her. If you give a woman groceries, she's supposed to make more of that and make a meal out of those groceries. Like I said, if you give her sperm, she's going to incubate and cultivate a human being within a 9-month period and reproduce the mind or the information of the man that gave her that information. It just goes to show you that nature is very much so a part of technology, and technology is nature, like she teaches us, because humans being a very technical device, your computer is the hardware. Human beings are hardware. Our avatars are hardware, like computers. They're technical devices, very technical beings that are being used for a specific function. And when it comes to the functioning of the woman, the XX chromosome, her womb is there as a Xerox machine. She's a machine, like a ribosome, how the RNA goes outside the cytoplasm and into the mouth of a ribosome to create proteins, which is life that goes on to create cells. That's exactly what the woman does. The XX chromosome copies or Xeroxes a carbon copy of whatever information that you give it. But now we have to think about it. Okay, now in today's society, we live within the mind of our oppressor, like the most High Chief Babaji teaches us. So we don't live in a natural world. We don't live in our natural environment where our woman is reproducing the mind, especially black people. The black woman is not reproducing or copying or making a Xerox copy of the mind of the black man. No, she's actually cultivating and reproducing the mind of white supremacy, which goes against our very nature. She works for the white man. If you go look at the post office, the unemployment offices, the grocery stores, the banks. You see black women working in there. So today, the black woman is not in tune with the mind of her indigenous state. The black man is not in tune with his mind and his indigenous state. There's something called the Willie Lynch syndrome, where the black woman saw the image of the black man mutilated and destroyed in front of her, in front of all the other slaves. So when she seen this sent her psychologically, this sent her spiraling into a psychological frozen independent state. Whereas in her natural state of mind, indigenously, she would be naturally dependent on the black man. But when she seen the black man brutally beat and mutilated in front of her, now she's sent spiraling out of that dependent state with the black man into an independent frozen state where she obeys the rules and the regulations of the white man, of the Caucasian, of the oppressor, of the lower self, so that she can survive. And guess what? She stands on guard for the rules and regulations that white supremacy promotes in this system, right? We got Section 8. If a black man is in the home of a Section 8 home, they can't live there. They only giving black women Section 8 in jobs just so that they can be given false senses of power and not be able to reproduce the mind of her black man. So she's being used, or the Xerox machine that the woman is, the cloning machine that the woman is being used as a psychological weapon against the black man. And we have to look at this, and we have to see this for what it is, like Chief teaches us, so that we understand that right now, this is not the time for us to be reproducing and making copies of ourselves through our women, because they have not been reprogrammed. Right? The Xerox copy machine has a motherboard and a software that it is running off of. Same thing with human beings. The black woman, her mentality and her psychology is running off of a psychological independent frozen state. So what a black man gives to his black woman, she's not going to reproduce that. She's only going to reproduce a battery for white supremacy. She's only going to instill the information that the lower self or Europeanism has given her. So it was very interesting to me that I found that, you feel me, there's beauty in everything, you feel me, because everything is connected, like she teaches us. Nature is technology and technology is nature. Human beings are technology and we are a part of nature. We are all God, and God is everything. And you can see the relativeness between the extensions of us, which is technology, and how it plays out. So remember, especially black women, black men, your woman is a cloner for you. Your woman is a Xerox copy machine, the XX chromosome. She is to reproduce and make a copy of whatever information that you give her. But you have to make sure that you reprogram that machine first. You have to make sure that you reprogram the mind of your copy machine, of your woman, of your XX chromosome. Otherwise, she's going to be giving you white supremacy through the information that you gave on to her, and your legacy will not be able to live on. You will not be able to reproduce a copy of your original self unless you program your woman back to her indigenous state of mind, where she is naturally dependent on you, right? So this is very interesting, man. The woman, or the womb, the XX chromosome, is a Xerox copy machine. She is a cloner, like the Most High Chief Babaji teaches. She is a cloner and a reproductive machine, a ribosome for the information that her man or any man gives her. So be careful what you making copies of, because you could be making copies of white supremacy, your lower self, or you can be taking your woman out of this unnatural environment, putting them in a natural environment, giving them the right information and the right software to reproduce yourself with, and then you can make a copy of yourself with your XX chromosome. All right, reflect the light from the Most High Chief Babaji. I love myself. Peace to the gods. 3 is free.